Who's ready for the last, or most likely the last episode? I'm so excited. Can you tell? Oh, this is gonna be emotional, isn't it? I feel like it's gonna be emotional. Okay. Continue. Load. And start. Okay. Okay, that was a weird voice. Right. So we found all of the pieces. I don't remember what they were called again. But the 5, it was 5, wasn't it? Like fragments, yeah. So we found all of the fragments last time. So let's see what we can do with all of those. I don't remember, Kevin. Have you played this before?
You're really gonna do it? The whole village is buzzing, you know. You say you're gonna go rescue Yona.
Well, I hope so.
I guess it's really happening, huh?
I'll bring her back. I promise.
About that.
Yeah?
Nothing. Never mind.
What do you mean?
Popola just loves to worry. Anyway, you be careful. Yes, do be careful.
Thanks.
Okay. Wait, do you have more to say? Double.
Be careful.
Is that all?
Please be.
Okay, never mind. A long time ago. Do you plan on replaying it one day? Or is it like a one-time thing for you? Okay, we need to go to the city. I wish you could pet the dogs. Any game that allows that is a good game. Oh, wait. Yeah. New ferryman.
Oh there. Popola told me about you. Just tell me where you're going, and I'll take you there. No charge.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so... But where are we going? Because that part I don't remember. Let's see. Is it any quests? No, that's just quests that I picked up. Okay, so the Lost Shrine. Okay.
Oh there.
Lost Shrine. I guess this is what you get for not playing for a while. It's like, where did we need to go again?
Are we ready?
Hi, Morton. How you doing?
Let's all make it back alive, okay?
It's a plan.
Nah. Getting back alive? That doesn't sound fun, does it? Thank you for your check-in, Martin. I'm doing okay. Just tech difficulties are annoying. You know? Did you have a great 17th of May yesterday, Martin? Come on. Okay, come on, seriously. That was not a great start. How do I heal again? Wrong one. There we go. You heard a cannon. I'm actually surprised I didn't hear the children corpse thing, whatever it's called. Yesterday. Kind of expected it to wake me up, but no. Not you. But okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Yeah, they usually do that here. Like a little parade. Did all of their like rehearsing at least. Oh, what the? Whew. You knew. But how much health do you have? So you can't really do much. Uh-oh. What are you looking at this time, Martin? Dead? I think he did. He looks dead. No? He's not dead. He just glitched. A bike? Interesting. What kind of bike? Yeah, they can be quite costly. Did that thing just ignore me now then, since I went up? Because I don't know where they went. Ooh, fancy Martin. Fine, 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 fine. Keep forgetting that's a thing. Oh, you weren't targeted. There we go. Oops! That was a part of the plan. Oh, we got an ad coming up, I'm sorry. It's fine, you're not missing out much right now anyway. Both of them dead? Yes. Yeah, they're not cheap. Okay. Take it, we're just going upwards, huh? Okay. Should be dead soon, right? Yeah. Easy peasy. Why are you running away? Okay. Weird. Are there more? Where are they? Oh. Strength capsule. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, but if you want a proper one, you know. It's not uncommon to splurge a little bit. See if I remember the way. Okay, I need to heal. Oh! Whoops. Oh gosh, I actually fell all the way down. Good job. If I remember... No. I cannot cheat my way through that. Okay. But I can't do this. It's like, ignore, ignore, ignore. Hey, buddy. Whew. Darn it. I don't remember if I could cheat my way here. No, we'll use the ladder. Ooh, do they have like a fancy fancy store that specializes in that, or? I'm glad I don't have to do these puzzles again. Not that they were hard or anything, but. What? Ask for it. Ignore. I think they just spawned in here. Woo! Okay. You know what? I have so many strings. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. No. It's like ignore. I feel bad for just ignoring everything, but you know what? It's fine. Hi, Tivitor. How you doing today? Just don't fall down. Okay. See if these have anything good. Nope, not really. Wars is scary? What do you mean? Not that scary. out here. Speedrun tactics. I don't know about that. I just, you know, some monsters you don't really have to deal with, you know. You just easily just, you know, move past them. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going the right way. But the shrine is here, so, you know. I'm just gonna check here first. Nope, nothing. Must be dead soon, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I had to jump a certain. Okay. There we go. It must be nearby. NieR is going well. I think we're near the end. Which is very nice and very exciting and also very scary at the same time. Wait. Oh, there were up there. Let's deal with these. Oh! Excuse me. That was rather rude. Should be dead soon. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, I can't use that strength. Oh, it's fine. I'm doing okay. Just a little upset with my headset broken, but I am excited about finishing this game. Okay. Bus time.
Such an ominous sight. And yet I find it strangely
Hi, Kitty.
nostalgic.
Yeah. This is where Vice and I first met. First fought together.
Wow! This is where you used
I'm just
to
gonna
live,
wait this
Vice?
conversation out.
Well, yes, I suppose. In a technical sense.
Pizza?
nice digs
Let's
for a
go. What
floating
kind?
magazine.
At least it was free from annoying hussies like yourself.
Okay, never mind. Cannot turn back from this point. Yes.
And now the path is open.
I'm not gonna return right now. Where's my pizza? Good question. is our pizza? Have you not heard about caring and sharing? Or is it sharing is caring? Very nice. Oh, the barbecue chicken is the best. Unfortunately, last time I ordered, that was... Ooh, that gave me food poisoning. Poisoning. It's not great. Okay, what's behind this door? Oh, that's pretty. This is really pretty. Nice little bird bath. Plants! Yes. Oh my god, Tiff tour. When I moved to London, I had to buy all new plants, right? I'm so excited. I'm sad I will leave my plants behind though, because some of them I've had for literally a decade. But like, oh my god. All the plants. What's in these? Oh? What's this? Phoenix sword. Okay. Any more hidden boxes? No? Okay. Wait. Inception? Is there a room inside of a room? What? What? Thank you for the daily check-in, kitty. What?
Okay, hold on. Is it just me, or are we looping around the same path over and over?
What do you mean?
I think he means we're stuck.
There must be an escape route somewhere.
Okay, so we're thinking different route. But I can't go there. Nor can I go here. Huh. Oh, we got a hot potato in the chat. Thank you for the check-in. Aw, rip. Morton got burned. Okay, but like, we keep getting the same one. Like, I can't get there. Oh.
To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? You must answer.
That's some big words from birds.
I ask, why did humans disappear from the world?
They were not worthy enough?
The hell is this?
I believe this is some manner of password.
Password?
Yes. The correct answer should grant us access to the castle. I feel confident I have heard this somewhere before.
I can't say that I have.
To whom To whom I ask, why you must.
Because of black disease, lives are too short. Disease.
I answer, because of a black disease.
I ask, how can humans extend their lives?
Requiring leaves of the sacred tree from separating body from soul.
I answer,
I-
by separating body from soul.
I ask, what is the destination of souls?
I don't know.
I answer, they are in the promised land, bursting with light.
I don't think that was the right answer. Because now we see this again.
Blast. I appear to have made an error.
Okay. I don't know really.
To whom I why did you must.
Disease. You know what? I'm actually gonna look this up because, yeah, I don't want to be stuck here forever and just guessing. NieR Replicant. What was this place called again? Lost Shrine entrance. Bird answers. I'm like terrible with riddles. How to get into Shadow Lord's castle? Okay, so black disease was correct.
I answer, because of a black.
How can
And then separating body from soul, which was also correct.
I answer, by
I ask.
And then we use Promised Land, but it's this one.
I answer,
There we go.
they are placed in their corresponding shells.
Very well. You are acknowledged as master.
We only had one wrong, which isn't too bad.
You may enter.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bird.
Well then, it seems the way is open.
Why is that, Morton? What? Devila?
It's the twins from your village.
Popola? Devila? What are you doing here?
Hey, any chance you'll just go back to the village? This is
What?
a very dangerous place.
I'm confused.
Even if you can find Yona here, you probably can't get her out.
How did you get here?
Shh. We're asking the questions right now.
You're right, let's go back to the village, the end.
We're here to rescue Yona.
No dice, huh? Well, I
Oh
guess we don't have a
gosh.
choice then. No, I suppose not. How sad.
I, like, how? Are they like... I'm a little confused here. Sorry about my sniffling. I'm a little sniffy.
We didn't want to fight you. We really didn't want to.
Are they gonna turn into the thingies now?
Devil, what's happening?
Sorry, but this fate was predetermined. Still, you spoke to truth.
I'm actually gonna use the strength. Oh, let's do that.
We really wanted to avoid this if possible. We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so, until the next generation came along.
What are you talking about?
Are they shades?
I don't think so.
It's a lie. I don't believe it.
We never thought you'd grow to be this powerful.
This is madness. Why do you block our path?
You have no cause to speak so with us, Grimoire Weiss. You are a traitor.
What? What do you mean?
What now?
Uh-oh. Fuck.
They copied my powers.
What do you mean they copied your powers?
Ah, shit on a shingle. They can use the sealed verses.
Of course we can. The power came from us.
Oh,
in the
that's
first place.
rude.
You were simply loaned a small portion of it.
Vice, are you all right?
Devil,
That's just rude.
Popola, why are you guys doing this? Why are you siding with the shades?
Ooh! Ouch.
Why?
Yeah, that was what
The
I'm wondering
answer to every
too.
riddle lies within the heart of the Shadow Lord.
The Shadow Lord. So you've been on his side this whole time?
You must search for that answer yourself. You've got to face your own truth now.
Excuse me?
Please, enter the Shadow Lord's castle.
What the heck? Obtain Shadow Lord's castle map. Okay.
Devila and Popola are fighting us.
Yes, they do seem to be putting us through a great deal of...
Oh. Are you okay, buddy?
You okay, Vice?
How odd. For long years, my mind and tongue have been my greatest assets. But now the latter seems to be...
Uh-oh.
Vice?
Do not look at me like that. I am Grimoire Weiss. I am perfectly...
Definitely not fine. Definitely not.
I think I hear a waltz.
Strange. Oh, fancy.
It certainly is a grand affair.
What happens if I go between
Bunch of
them?
dancing bastards.
Nothing.
They're
Okay.
all shades.
I think we're locked in.
It's not like I was planning to leave.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that.
Time to dance. Maybe. Do you know what? Since we have a lot of stuff, let's do. We have like a lot of these. Let's get rid of them a little bit faster. There's a lot of these, huh? Come on. I am playing a little reckless with my health, but don't really care.
Damn it! It won't stop coming!
I'll open the next door. Cover me.
Oh, how I do love a good time.
Parts!
Oh, right. Protect the hussy, yes? Good plan. Let's go.
Okay, so I can't really.
Protect Kaine for us.
Kaine! Hurry!
Woo!
It's not open yet?
Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
No, you idiot. What are you doing?
Lock doesn't want to open? Fine. I'll just break it down.
Stop, you impatient fool.
Kind of want to see that. Come here. I hate when they're flying. Because they have that shield on them. Can you just get lost, please? There we go. Enjoy the lurk tip tour.
Good bullshit bastard! Open the fuck up already!
Her comments are so cool.
Kaine, look out!
I like them. Oh. The heck is that? Oh, they got eyes.
Are they laughing? These things are freaking me out! Kaine! What's wrong?
We need to help Kaine.
Okay.
I'm on the big telly. Let's go.
Well, we got problems.
Okay, let me guess. They're gonna merge into a big guy or something. Oh, okay. You're a little bit bigger than the other ones. Let's do
We don't need forgiveness, asshole.
that, and then also strength. So much easier than the other ones.
Oh dear.
Oh. Well, you've got armor on too. Got an achievement for that. I don't know. Now what? You heal as well? That's just rude.
This thing?
Fuck! Oh no!
I can't stop now. Damn it.
This is definitely where you get the hit points.
Stay focused, Kaine. Don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on! We have to keep going!
Let's go. This way. Move.
Okay. Ah, okay. He wants this. Okay. That seems like cheating, though. What's that? Okay.
Up here!
Oh, of course, he's gonna run after us. That's great.
Please, hurry!
I'm just gonna ignore all of the boxes then. Woo! He fast. Of that a game over? Really? Hi Finn, how you doing? Thank you for the olives, Martin. I appreciate it. Do I have to pick this one up again though? Yeah, I do. Okay.
Up here!
This time I'm just gonna ignore everything.
How can we deal with this thing?
He's like
Please,
really
hurry.
fast. Yeah. Like what the heck? Wait, can I jump above them? Let's try that. Thanks for the fin. Thanks for the olive fin. What do you mean you won't let you throw? What do you mean?
Up here!
Okay, I'm just gonna check. So I got... Okay. Let's try jumping.
Please, hurry!
I don't know. I don't think that's a strat either. I'm on a mobile and the grayed out? Really? Like all of the channel points? That's interesting. I'm definitely missing some sort of clue here, though. Just olives?
Up here!
Huh. I don't know. Kitty.
Please, hurry!
Yeah, I'm just... okay. I guess that strat works. Just following the rail. I felt like that was a little cheating, though. Mobile app being broken. Are you really that
Damn it, I can't
surprised,
get it
though?
open.
Twitch being Twitch, you know?
Attack incoming!
Whew!
The entrance is locked too!
It seems we are in a bit of a predicament.
Is he gonna heal again? That's a question. Yeah. He's missing his shield now, though. Now I got his shield back? That's... what? Thank you for the olive, kitty. Did you just restart your app or something? Arrows. Hey, we got our friends! It's a king! Let's go!
あら、ペルアと試練、地、無責音、キラ、コ、フ。What are you doing here?
サルリとシーターカイザムとキロだろ
You are correct.
アラトテ三世
Common enemy? Heck yeah.
ハンカチチンで But
アラペルアト
飛んだ来てキリゴイタニ
アフィアトサチチサンタトトネルタカイザムチ
I don't like that Fira died. Thank you for the olives.
えタッカー奇跡おあ
Okay.
Hey! Stop! Let me go! Stop it! Damn it! King, no!
ギ後でアリクラーサ
You better not sacrifice yourself. Better not.
No! Open the door! You can't fight that thing on your own!
ユククおタオキアルタビエトクルトコチイル
Just for me? That's so generous, kitty. Do you know what I'll do with them? I'll let you eat them. That's pretty big of the king, though, to come here and deal with shades for me.
Open the damn door!
Like I
Knock
didn't
it
see
off
that one
already.
coming.
Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
Not enough for hot potato, Rick.
Friend.
Okay, let's move forward. Oh great, now my headset is low. Which is understandable given that I haven't used this headset in years. Okay, so can't use that one, so I know it's like a waste, but it's free. Strain capsule, I'll take that. What's your favorite topping on baked potatoes? Ooh. Cheese? Does that count? We gotta have cheese on it. Cheese. Gotta have cheese. There's no baked potatoes without cheese. Okay. Are you ready for this, chat? I don't know if I am or not. Oof. She is quite handy, Finn. You're not wrong. Sour cream, cheese, corn, sometimes bacon. Yes. Hello there, traders. And here I liked Popola. Devila, was fine.
Devila. Popola.
Oh, look. You made it. We've been waiting for so long.
Why are you doing this?
I have the same question. Why are they?
It began 1300 years ago. Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
Oh. Vice is being weird again.
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Vice? Then let's give you a refresher.
Obtained Project Gestalt documents.
Vice! My mind.
Uh-oh. Butter? Yes, you gotta have butter.
I remember.
There's no baked potato without butter. And cheese.
Devila. Popola. You are not human. In fact. Oh no.
Yeah, sometimes the truth can be a real bitch. You want to finish that thought for him, sister? All of us, every person standing in this room, are mere shells created by the true humans.
Okay.
What are you saying?
You still don't get it? You aren't human.
What do you mean I'm not human? I'm definitely human.
So then humans, I mean the true humans, are extinct?
No. They still live on. You know them as shades. Each shade is a twisted remnant of what was once a human being.
Crazy, huh? Now let's skip the part where you stand there with your mouths agape and just get down to business.
Wait.
Sorry, but we're gonna be needing that shell of yours. The rightful owner has been waiting for a very long time. Please don't be angry with us. We are only doing our duty. Our endless existences have a single purpose: to control the lives of others in accordance with the will of the true humans.
What?
You have your own motives, your own desires.
Let's get down
And
to
we have
business
ours. I
to
fear it
defeat
really is just that
the
simple.
Huns. No?
Don't speak such foolishness.
Sorry.
I'll still beat these guys, but you know, it's like, what the heck? Ooh, they're getting stronger.
You and us, we're the same. Tools in the hands of a master.
No. I'm nothing like you.
They're not that strong, though. gonna have some fun as well, since they are having fun. I also wanna have fun. Probably using 60 seconds was a little bit too much though.
Devila? Devila?
I feel like that was a little bit too easy.
Popola, are you crying? No! Don't die! You know, Popola, I understand now why we're twins. It's because we were born without souls.
Then why aren't you gingers? I mean, what?
Devila, I can't stop the bleeding. Oh God.
Thank you for the
I can't
hydrate, by the
stop
way.
it. This world is too lonely for one without a soul. There's too much emptiness.
They're redheads. I wouldn't call them gingers.
Our souls are missing. And yet somehow our tears still work. It's kind of weird. Sorry, sis. I love you. Devila! Devila! Don't you go!
Like, what did she
No, I
expect?
can't be alone!
Like, they literally asked for it.
Popola. Let's stop this now.
Stop? Stop? Now you want to stop?
What do you mean now?
You think you have the luxury to stop? You cut down my sister like a goddamn animal and now you want to stop? Popola, wait! It doesn't have to. No one stops! It's way too late to stop!
Okay.
No one stops!
Please, don't do this, Popola! You and Devil
Ooh.
are like parents to me!
Those two have watched the world wither for time immemorial. The cruelness of such a fate is difficult to imagine.
I don't want to do this! I don't want to fight her!
Stop
I'm just gonna use some medicine.
bitching and start fighting. It's the only way.
But I don't know how to get to her without... Because this is, like, taking a lot of my health. Do I just take the hit? I don't think I should, you know? Oh gosh, it actually follows me all the way there, okay. Do I just take it? No, I think it actually died there. Oh, never mind. Maybe I didn't.
No stopping. No stopping ever.
Damn.
The bridge!
Blast! We're trapped.
I've got
Hey,
an
Wheel.
idea.
How you doing? Let me guess. Shadow Lord is coming? No.
I fear we're
done for?
It'll be all right.
Emil, what are you gonna do?
You know, when I was young, I hated my eyes. And now that I'm older, I hate what my body has become. But there's something else there now. Something like pride, you know? I mean, without all this, I couldn't have become your friend.
True.
Goodbye, my friends.
Wait,
Thank you for everything.
Emil? What are you planning on doing?
For so long, all I could do was destroy.
What is it doing?
But now, I have a chance to save something.
No!
Now get going.
Emil.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine.
Are you though?
Emil! Emil!
Emil! You jackass, get back here!
Yeah, you jackass. Sacrificing yourself like that. Excuse me? Who said you were allowed to do that?
Oh dear. Kaine's so unstable, and Vice can't stop arguing with people. I hope they can hold it together once I'm gone. Well, I guess they'll just have to learn.
Excuse me?
I want to see you again.
This is not cool.
I want to see all of you again.
This is so not cool, chat.
One more time.
Why?
I'm scared. I don't want to die.
Okay. What the heck? What's that? Oh. Not cool. Not cool. Ooh, plants. Wait, isn't that the Shadow Lord? And that's Yona. That's creepy. What the heck, Emil? Why did you do that? Thank you for the 87 months.
One button I discovered.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go.
What do you mean, let's go? We need to find Yona and the Shadow Lord. What do you mean? Oh, that's right. How was Disney? Was it Disneyland or Disney World, Will? I hope you had a good time. Wait. Yeah. Wait, if it wasn't you, who went to Disney? And this one. Level up. Combo Master. 100 and something. Not too bad. Let me also get this one. Alaskan Cruise. Fun. Then who went to Disneyland or Disney World? Huh. Okay. Oh, that's the bed Yona is on.
Yona!
Hey, Mrs. Shadow Lord. Oh. Okay. As long as you had fun, Wheel.
This ends here. Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
How could a mere tool hope to stand against the Shadow Lord?
Don't speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you. Strike it when it has stopped.
Uh-oh, there's so many bombs thingies here.
No, impossible!
This is a little bit too easy, not gonna lie. I'm even being reckless with my health.
I know.
wasn't fun, actually.
Vice, you alright?
Naturally, I am as fit as a fit.
There must be something more to this. Welcome back, Will.
Brother?
Yoda.
Okay. She's calling him brother.
Please, just stop. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She won't stop crying. She says she wants to see her
Okay, so
brother.
Yona is in there.
This girl loves her brother too, just as much as I do. It's not right, you know? It's not right that she can't see him. It's you, isn't it?
Yes, it's me. Let's go home.
But did they cure her or something, though? I'm so confused. Are they allergic to the light or something? Since they're going towards the window?
I'm really sorry. I don't know what to. I'm so very sorry. No matter what. Just know that I love you.
Okay.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
Kaine, watch over Yona for me. You want me to understand your sadness? Think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore to protect my sister and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Now come on, let's finish this. Weiss, what's wrong?
You're freaking me out here, Vice.
What are you doing?
This is starting to be more of a challenge.
Strike the killing blow.
Okay. I wonder what's happening to Vice though. Like,
No bother. One moment, please.
You okay?
Fine. Just
he doesn't
fine.
seem fine.
Alright, no, I'm not.
Weiss.
It seems some headstrong idiot has decided to push me beyond my limits. I
Don't look
should
at
have
me.
taken that job as a cookbook when I had the chance.
Weiss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
But
Let's go. Out of the way. I have one final task to fulfill.
Is everyone sacrificing themselves at the
where
end
you
here?
going?
Why, to stop him, of course.
First
But
a
after
male and
that,
now
it's up to you.
Vice.
Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
He called us friends.
I swore I'd always fight by your side.
You're an exceedingly stubborn lad. You know that, yes? Perhaps that's why I've so enjoyed our time together. But I fear this is where our journey ends.
Weiss!
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name? Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Vice.
Remember Vice is too long. It's just so much easier to just say Vice.
I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go
Like,
to your head.
would you want to be called Grim instead? We could do that. Short and sweet? Grim? Okay, so we don't have any powers.
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live. Shut.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Let's do defense strap 2. Come on, what the heck are you doing? You can't do it, can he? Oh, never mind. Good boy. Now what? A world in flux. Okay. Just a story-driven one.
Is Iona all right?
What do you mean no?
Oh God, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Weiss? Where are you? Are you okay?
I am as well as can be, considering I have lost my physical form.
Aww.
Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely. Your sister is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How?
Use your memories. Recall the times you spent with her. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
It's like, hey, do you remember that terrible soup you made? You know? The one that I always said was really good? It's really not. No?
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
What's my favorite food? Cookies. What's my favorite book? That's my magic storybook. What's my favorite place? Home with you. What's my favorite flower?
Oh gosh, do I need to remember all this?
The lunar tear, of course. Okay, one more question. Who do I love more than anyone?
Me? No.
Is that you? Is this my body?
Yeah, you just age a little bit.
It's yours and yours alone.
You look bigger than before. Like you've grown up.
Well, you have been missing for 5 years.
I guess you haven't seen me for a while.
Have I been asleep this whole time?
Something like that.
It's almost like I'm a princess from some fairy tale.
Not exactly. More like a nightmare.
Happy to have you back.
Me too.
Kaine.
You and your sister, you have a good life, okay?
Where are you gonna go?
Guess I'll...
You could stay with us, you know.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Come
You
on.
know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit, alright? Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Please don't tell me this is the end.
Kaine.
Hey, look. It's beautiful. For the longest time, I heard someone telling me how they wanted to see the light. And now, they can finally see it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the ads either. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about them. But if you have a sub to me and my channel, you don't have to deal with them. At least not here, my channel. But now that the Shadow Lord is dead, will all of the shades go away too? Or how does that work? Yeah, this is definitely the end.
Thank you. I love it. It's so sunny today.
Yeah, it sure is.
Wow. I thought I had more than this left, but I guess I was wrong. There you have it. NieR Replicants. Done. Like, I will say, the story has been emotional. But the ending that I got, because apparently there's more endings. I'm like, I'm curious to see the other endings at a later time when I replay this. But great game. Absolutely. Yes, Morton. We've got to figure out what game to play next. No. Our channel is not going anywhere. Not that I know of, at least. Can we skip the cutscene? No. Guess we'll just have to let it play. 2 hours of end credits, let's go. I really didn't expect we had like 3 hours left. And my time that would be like what, 4? Because I'm not the fastest with games. But hey. It's okay. Oh, thanks for the aloes. Much appreciated. I think we played 6 hours? Like, not 6 hours, 16 hours for this playthrough. 16 or 17 hours. We can look at the save file. Something like that. You having fun with channel points, Morton? Oh no, I woke up from my nap and he finished. Yeah. A lot of people worked on this game. Hey, I see Rhea. Influencer relations manager. Let's go, Rhea. I kind of forgot to look at the credits to see if I recognize any names. Game did not crash. It did not. I wonder if there's anything happening after the credits though. It's not like you can skip it. It would let me. Oh, I would have loved to work on a game like this. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, speaking of the other endings, I do wonder how they are. Like, how different can the endings be? Okay, let's see if we get anything after this. Or if we just get the main menu again. No, main menu. Yeah. 17 hours and 41 minutes. Why does it have an A on it? Just gonna... I did save. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience K. Oh. You can now read the departed mother's diary in your house. Wardrobe. Music. Okay, what else is there? So if we do continue.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway.
Wait, where have we seen this? Okay. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as anyone could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. So I guess this is like what happened for Kanye. I always had issues saying her name. During those 5 years, she was like stuck. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly cracked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall down. Began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assaults. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yahoo? Kaine? The voice belonged to Demo. Worst of all, the bullies in the Eyrie. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Daimo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seemingly indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. "What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home?" Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelly burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. Tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the action of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated and, if possible, destroyed. "I didn't say you could leave, freak." Daimo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. "He can't hurt me," she lied to herself. "Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt." "Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead?" Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they choose to ignore her. As Daimo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. "Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Daimo's rock had taken my head off." Kaine couldn't meet Daimo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. "Show me." No. Did you just say no?" Daimo grinned evilly. "You don't say no to me. No one says no to me." Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. "Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves." As soon as Daimo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Daimo paused, still grinned, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. "I don't get you, freak. What's you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are." Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as it's supremely confident about the future it has chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. "Freak," chanted the children. "Freak, freak, freak." Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her torments turned to horrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Daimo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood velling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. The pride of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no survivor emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, Their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Daima was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Oh, he screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it. What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Oh gosh. Daima's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out. Leave this village. No one wants you here. Either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Daima and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Huh, look at that fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting out the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said. Why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that. The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hand on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt to cross it. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all the things, and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Don't make you sick, Grandma. Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. And shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can go to hell. This grandma is fierce. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunatiers were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kinda reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumble on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. Those old hands have trouble with delicate work. But it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up, past the vane, and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow was slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. How many dreams am I getting? In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. No worries, Wheel. Take care. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flayed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine, close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she had scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter. And rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on a rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it, crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy girl, you better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes open, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma? The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arm and batted Kaine away. Stop that, just stop, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hand and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared. The positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick, and you need medication, and I need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tries to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's alright. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit, but I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Daimo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, but Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I had to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling everyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. "Hey lady," said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. "Where's the apothecary?" Basically the pharmacy. The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. "How dare this thing speak to me?" it seemed to say. But Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. "Yeah, we weren't scared, lady. Trust me on this one." "Which way?" The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Daimo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. "Oh my god," he sputtered. "What are you doing here, freak?" The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. "Huh," barked Daimo. "That old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell." The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. But before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Daimo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was done, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. "You like that photo?" Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. "That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was a little girl. She's been dead a long time now." Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. "Pictures of wonderful things," continued the shopkeeper. "They let the ones close to you live on forever." He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. "You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw." Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. "Yes, I've heard the rumors about you," he said. "It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe. But I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable." "Grandma's name is Kali?" thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hand. "Your grandmother is an old friend of mine. he said, as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I vaguely she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. "Back already, are you?" asked her grandmother with a yawn. "Come here, let me have a look at you." Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe, finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild. She leaned back and allowed herself to relax. "Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble?" "It was kind of fun," said Kaine with a small smile. "No, seriously, it was." "Fun, eh?" asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. "Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know." As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pockets. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. "A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone." "But Grandma, I'll make you live forever." "Horseshit," said the grandma, throwing back the sheets from her bed. "Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner." But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. "It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all." "I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, you know, make drawings easy or something." The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. "Let me be the judge of that," she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. Mood. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. "Oh, Kaine," she said between laughter, "you truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. I kind of want to see this photo though, like this art. But hush. I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always." True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. "Posh," she said, "old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud." She pondered for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. "Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness." It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life, like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. I can't deal with all these dreams though. I can't. They're emotional. Emotional, a little bit lengthy. Kind of listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the subject a brief sniff. A sharp bit of scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. "Grandma, can't believe you want me to eat a bug." The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. "It's no bug, you fool. It's a berry." "Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug. And I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible." With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright." "Why, you little brat," laughed the old woman. "Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact." 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berries rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was going to check out the calama trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway." "I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Well, shoot, I don't know why you had to do it today. We can worry about it some other..." "Grandma, no. If I don't go to the calma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment, she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yeah," she said after a bit. "Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is..." She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. "I miss you too, Jules. You're gonna be a true woman soon," Grandma said as she placed the flower in the girl's hair. "So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you become." Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandma's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman. "And there ain't another like you in the world. I'm very proud of you." "Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day." These comments though. Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. "I'll teach you to sass me, girl." Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma," yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. "Grandma, stop it, what the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked, then suddenly held her wrinkled hand out, as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just..." Kaine thought the look on her grandma's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. "Listen," she began. "Maybe I should stay home after all." "No, I want to have you stay here to keep an eye on old..." Oh gosh. "Now go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you." Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eye watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kind of worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot on itself. No, oh gods no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames slicking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leaped to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicion confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flickered its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "Alright, you bastard," she thought as the scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive. thought Kane. Alive. Lurking me because I'm absolutely drained. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Garrett. I'm doing okay. We're just going through the last bit of this game. We were reading about Kane's dreams. So we have finished the game. And these dreams are just so lengthy. Kane's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar, powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up. Get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up now. As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stumped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine launched to her feet only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire, one or both of them were suddenly broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. As Chase glanced between the two women and flickered out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside his core. Bastard, laughing at us. She had no idea how much of a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved his claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Holding a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leaped on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few snipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised his tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was latched to his foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crushing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hand reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumbed to the ground below. Grandma, no, no. I said run, goddammit. You have to. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gasps, and the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until it became meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed, then a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. Welcome back, Tivtor. Did he get you food? It was food that we were getting, wasn't it? Story time, yes. This is what happened in Kaine's world when she was frozen. Like she was made into stone, remember? This is what her dreams is all about. You also got a shower. Very nice. And Garrett, if there is anything I can do, or my community, just let me know, okay? The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from his mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a mad woman, she leaped into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist, ugh, I hate that word. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something's finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it, 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 kill it. I think I said kill it a little bit too much there. But okay, kill it. Oh, kill it, kill it, kill it. Yeah, you get the idea. Kill it now. As a spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Okay, so all of that happened well. Okay.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
Now what? I kind of already dealt with this one though. In the main story. Do we have to deal with him again? Oh, we do. Okay.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
My sword feels lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I'm working on it. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, there it is. Boom. Oh, by the way, Garrett, we got ending B, I think it was. I don't know if that's a good ending or not. Without looking it up. Okay. More? Gently, weakly, softly, the shade, sure that his tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to below one final roar. B stands for bad. I got I think it was the B ending. Ending B. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagination, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yep, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real pain. No. Huh, cried a sudden voice from the depth of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Daimo, she thought as at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of a childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you, the way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right now. I see, he said. Well, if that's what you want. Spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Yes, you can explain to me how the endings work now, because I don't fully understand how I can get different endings. So please, you are allowed to explain. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop, no, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. Okay, so you actually got ending A. It says ending B is because you're now on the playthrough for ending B. Huh? What does that mean? To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. Each playthrough automatically gives you the next ending, except for C, where you have to have all of the weapons as well. Huh? So how? So, meaning, keep playing, we're not done yet. Are we not done yet? The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. I look like that? Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. "Ain't you got a wish, sunshine?" The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her legs refused to work. You know, I wish... like a prayer or something? But don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh god. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm could no longer respond. You're on your second playthrough. Each subsequent playthrough starts at the time skip. So you play through once for A, play again for B, play again and get all the weapons for C, play again for D, and play again for E. So you gotta start like all the way? Then what's all of this? The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. This is just more lore then, I guess. I take it. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is it my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward. Feel the hot searing pain left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive. This was real. Just from midpoint, and each playthrough adds extra stuff to the game and story. I gotta look into that. I also want to try and get all of the achievements for this game. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Kind of try to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain. The newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, as if licking its lip. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. Yeah, I can be a completionist if I like something. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. Wait, what? I want to tear out their turds and bathe in the blood, just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of his crabs down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Maybe, what of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the oh gosh. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. Black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. What the hell, Sunshine? We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. Brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, and closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I had to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burn itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood. Then go out there and... Shut up. Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those bodies of yours in the Eyrie would love to see you dead. Oh, buddies, not bodies. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crushing on bone filled the air. Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. But possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me? We got what you call a timeshare agreement or arrangement? Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till I get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow. Darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't that bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. The little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap him up with their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Oh, wait. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What? You think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who ya murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. What the heck? Hi, Crazy. How you doing? Kinda consider this as she struggled to her feet. The power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it, you and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want to. If you don't want. Fuck off, asshole. I'll handle the killing. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now, get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kind of found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. Language mare? I was just reading this text, okay? I'm gonna find that shade and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Oh gosh, I need to sneeze. Whew, bless me. So, Garrett, if you're still here, so Tyran, is that someone we're gonna meet in the next NieR game? Oh shit, bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, you know, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away. I'm a pure peach, Okay. And all I'll say is, Tyran is here now, as you have just seen. Yeah. I thought, like, shades didn't really have names, but... fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. Feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade, I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was a wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, and the people of the Eyrie arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Oh, I bet I have a lot to learn.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us!
Yeah, but that's Emil. So that's why she was yelling grandma in that scene earlier.
Oh, hey.
I'm not really a huge fan of reading. Not out loud, I'm not.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
But I'm like curious what happens next.
Welcome
you know?
back, Kaine.
Wow.
Like what happens next? Where do we go?
So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Also, as you finished ending A, I can say this now. Since you know the truth about shades now,
Shit. That's a
what do you
long
think
time.
about the small shades dropping children's coloring book? No! Not cool. Garrett! So not cool. So not cool.
Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We
Okay,
By the
so
way,
this is back at part 2 again.
This is for you.
Is that a...
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but
No, it's great.
Because this part we've already done. So I'm gonna save this for a different save.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness.
Trauma time.
Our reunion was a
Yeah.
happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
No, wait.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared.
Oh yeah, it's
This
just
is
this part.
crap, and you
Okay.
We could.
no, you and Kaine.
People are as long.
I'm used to
We'll.
Sorry.
This is just part of, I was like, wait a second. I still don't understand, like, fully understand
What is the
why,
matter?
Kaine always sleeps never.
We sh
why, Devila and Popola was on the other
I
side,
didn't get
though.
much sleep that night.
Can I just skip this? I just want to save.
For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
Can I just skip this, please?
But those feelings are pointless in the end.
So how old is the lingerie?
They
Old
said
enough.
they did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the
No,
horror
can
of
you-
shades.
I don't. I want to skip this.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
So how does this work from now on then? Do I just keep playing on the same save? Or do I make an extra save? Why can't I skip this?
I should apologize to God, but what good?
I got a fire going.
Wait.
good.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you.
Yeah.
No, go away.
Hey, Emil.
I guess you.
I'm sorry.
Well, at least. Hey,
I'm not very...
come on.
This all my but one...
We've
one
already
that
seen this
sheep-
part. I just want to
Since
save.
we cured your petrific, I know we packed.
Let me...
Okay.
I just want to save. save now, please? Just have a chat like nothing has happened. Yeah, like they're not sure what they're in for.
Well?
Sure.
And yet you don't be.
I need
that.
Okay. Question is, okay, so we still keep my weapon collection. Yeah, because the Dragoon Lance was the last one that we got. Like, that was during the stream. Okay. Yeah, 54%. 1%. 48. Did we also keep all of the words though? I don't know. 1%, you know what to do now? Not tonight, that's for sure. Okay, let's go save. Oh, I do wonder how much money do we still have the money as well? We have the level at least. So I think we still have the money. Yeah. Because I could swore that we got to level 28. This is 28. Ah, okay, so is that what you mean by ending A? Because it has an A on it. Does everyone get like ending A as first? I got stuff to learn. Oh, not an A+, Sag. It will always go in order. Okay. See, if I were to look at trophies. I want to look at all of them. No, I want to like actually look at all of them. No. Ugh. Stop that. What have I done? There we go. I want to like see all of them. Gosh, each one adds more lore and info that requires you to have played through the previous route. Ah, okay. And then I take it that I just keep saving over the same file? Oh, what's this? Show hidden. You gave Louise's letter to the postman. Oh. This is a quest that I haven't done. You collected 50% of all words. I have like 48. And we got 54% of all of the weapons. 10 quests, 20 quests, 30 quests. You completed the recycled world quest. Okay, so another quest. 1,000,000 pieces of gold? Gosh. You read all novel segments about your friend's past. Oh. Guess this is just the other ones. Ending B. Ending C. Ending D. What is this? What kind of name is this? It's very rare. I don't know what kind of trophy this is. But okay. It's apparently very rare. Yeah. Legendary gardener, you successfully cultivated the legendary flower. Okay. Fishing. One of every type of fish. Upgrade apprentice, you've upgraded 5 weapons. Wait. To their maximum level. Oh, interesting. 15. 33, oh gosh. This is gonna take me forever. Isn't it? You rode a boar for at least 5 minutes. Wait, what? Is that like a minigame or something that I missed? When NieR turns into Animal Crossing, gotta do the flower trophy first. Maybe. You killed 100 sheep. You completed the game within 15 hours. I guess I can do this by going in like easy mode. Easy mode and then be done. I take it that I need to have a brand new save for this. I take it. Right? Lightspeed fighter. I'm not a huge fan of those kind of achievements. You defeated Gretel within 3 minutes. Defeated Vendi with 8.5 minutes. You drove Devil and Poplar within no. A lot of these are like time related. You risked life and limb 10 times to discover someone's secret. Daredevil. This is gonna take forever.